Hey guys, welcome back. I am Chris.
And I am Randy.
And you guys are watching Marksman TV. Today we have another video of us unboxing stuff. Last week I was sick all week, so sorry we didn't get any videos out, but we are back with a lot of stuff to go through, so let's go ahead and do it.
First up is one from a customer in Virginia.
There it is. Yeah, it's like a little crank on it.
Clear.
So this is a little Palmetto State Armory PSAK. It's the 7.62x39. Set up kind of like a little crank off, like almost like an AK-74U, but of course it's not because it's a 7.62x39 with a brace, pistol brace out here at the end. Palmetto State Armory has been making a lot of very interesting moves in the AK space. Gosh, it's maybe like in the past 3 years or so they've really been making a splash, especially as imported AKs have been harder and harder to find and the pricing on them has gone up. Usually domestic manufactured AKs get a pretty bad reputation, but the Palmetto stuff has actually been doing pretty well, really been holding up, and people really seem to like them, especially for the price. So this is really cool, again, like little crank off AK pistol, and I do like the fact that with the kind of the rear trunnion, even with the pistol brace, it does give it a really comfortable sort of feeling to it. So anyway, very interesting. What do you think about the condition on that one, Randy?
I would say very good, Chris. To the high end of very good.
Yeah, I would say the same. There's very, very little wear marks on it. Of course, a little bit from the selector, but that's to be expected. But really, in the rest of the firearm, it looks pretty good. So yeah, we'll go ahead and go with that one on it and move on to the next. All right, up next we have one from Texas. Packing pillowcases. Oh, it's a shirt!
All right.
This is a handmade
tapestry, fine tapestry. Don't see any paperwork.
This is an 03 A3 Springfield 1903 A3 rifle. Now let's see here. This one made by Remington. The 03 A3. I'll look it over here. Nice cartouche there. A little bit. Stock's a little bit worn. Barrel dated February of 1943 with a Remington barrel. It's a Remington bolt. Really nice rifle. Stock. Interesting. So if we look at the 1903 A3 rifle, it was a design adaptation off of the original 03, the standard 1903 model. Now, the 1903 model had a rear sight right here, the front sight, of course, in the same place. Now, the military, especially the Marine Corps, priding itself on accuracy, had made a couple revisions. First, they went to metal stampings on some of the parts, making this cheaper and easier to produce. But the number one thing they did is they went from that rear V-notch sight here to a rear sort of diopter sight with windage and elevation adjustments able to be adjusted right back here at the rear of the rifle, making the accuracy, the sight picture and everything way better than what was previously enjoyed on the standard model 1903. So a really interesting rifle. Not much else really to say about it. It's got a scant stock, all Remington parts, so really cool. I'm almost wondering if this is a replacement stock. I'm pretty sure it is. But anyway, Randy, what do you think about the condition of this one? I will paperwork.
I would say surplus good, Chris.
Yeah, he said very good. Yeah, I would go surplus good as well. You have some sort of marks down here on the stock. There's no cracks or anything. Looks like original finish, but it is pretty worn. Military is kind of re-arsenal looking parkerization. So a nice, good, honest example. Nothing wrong with it. So anyway, that is really cool. A Remington manufacturer, 1903 A3 and 30-06.
Next up is one from a customer in Virginia. Let's take a look, Chris. Possibly not.
It appears to be a CMMG
Banshee.
Banshee
Clear. And
5.7.
okay. The MK57 Banshee made by CMMG.
You guys, of course, we have had so many of these Banshees come through lately. They are a really cool little AR pistol type PDW. They make them in many different calibers, 9mm, 45 ACP, 10mm. We've had them in all varieties, but this one is a 5.7, uses the FN57 magazines. So when the price of 5.7 ammunition is at an all-time high, this is a great choice. So, actually, the 5.7 round is really cool. There's usually always just been the FN57 handgun and the PS90 have traditionally only been the firearms on the market that use the 5.7 round. But lately, a lot of different stuff's been coming out on the market. There's the AR. What do they call that? The AR 5.7? I believe we have one of those in here, and it uses the PS90 mag, so an AR platform in the 5.7. You know, I have stuff like this, the Ruger 57 that just came out. So a lot of stuff is starting to capitalize on this round, and I'm hoping that that means that other, you know, ammunition options start to become available and it won't be so expensive. But what do you think about the condition of that one?
I would say very good, high end of very good.
Yep, and that's what the customer said, and I will agree with that. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one.
Next up is one from a customer in Arizona. It's a Henry.
It's a Henry.
Got a Henry's up. All right.
Oh! All right. What we have here is a Century Arms C39 V2. Now the V2 rocket is a milled receiver AK, and you could tell the milled receiver AKs from the stamped receivers from the lightning cuts right here. Now when we talk about AK-47, the typical AK-47 design was actually built on the milled receiver with these lightning cuts. It was the AKM that went to the stamped metal receiver. Now, Century Arms is a domestic arms manufacturer. Remember what I said when we talked about the Palmetto, is a lot of people don't really like domestic US-made AKs, specifically those bearing the Century Arms International name. The C39 V2 is okay, you know, for the price if you're going to go for other milled AKs. I mean, well, for the price it's okay, but other milled AKs on the market, like the Arsenal stuff, in my opinion, is just a superior, you know, quality firearm. But there's nothing wrong with these, especially back when they were like $700 new. They've gone up quite a bit since then. Now this one has an RS Regulate rail system on it. RS Regulate, in my opinion, is my favorite rail system because it keeps a really low profile over the dust cover. Most of your AKs, one of the problems is you have to have a really high cheek weld when you're running optics. So anyway, that's pretty much it on that. What do you think about the condition, Randy?
I would say very good, Chris.
Customer says excellent, and I mean it looks fine. There's a couple little marks, so I'd probably say very good as well. But it's close enough to, you know, excellent's fine, and we'll take it. So anyway, very cool firearm. Let's move on to the next one.
Next up is one from a customer in Ohio.
That'll work.
Oh, there's a gun in here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what this is. This is pretty cool.
Oh. Camper flag.
So this is a Omega MP5. Is there a mag? Yeah, we gotta put the mag in it. Give it the full effect.
I like the looks of that.
Yeah, buddy. So that's how you know it's like an MP5. Now, the Omega, there is a lot of manufacturers that have cloned the very popular HK MP5, and that's exactly what this is. Now, this is, of course, a semi-automatic. This is the OM9R, 9mm rower locking submachine gun, if you will. But this is, of course, just a semi-automatic carbine and 9mm. There's a lot of different stuff out there. There's the Zenith clones, there's the PTR, the Century Arms that just came out with. Of course, there's the original HK. You can get semi-automatic HKs out there. I'm trying to think who else came out with these. I think that's about it if I remember correctly. But this is one of them that is still out there you can get, but they are not as easy to find. Now, all the HK MP5 clones are very expensive, and this is no exception to that. So really cool firearm nonetheless. MP5, I mean, the traditional submachine gun, goes without saying, is probably one of the most iconic and recognizable firearm platforms that has ever existed. So anyway, that is that one. What do you think about the condition?
I would have to say excellent, Chris.
Yeah, it looks excellent to me, and that's what the customer said. Are you bleeding?
I'm bleeding. No one makes me bleed my own blood.
It's like, what the?
I've got the most expensive gun, and I got to get the blood off of it.
What the hell, Randy? You had one job. Oh my God. All right.
Video edit.
Cut. We do apologize for the interruption. We do have a public service announcement. Moving forward, we will be retiring the box cutters and moving on with something else that's a little bit more safe. Thank you.
Next up, we have one from a customer in Kentucky, Chris. Let's
Okay.
see what's inside.
Okay. All right. Here we have a SIG P90RS. The little P290s is something that has actually been discontinued for a while. It is, if I remember correctly, a double action only. Yeah, double action only pistol with a polymer frame. Has the night sights on it with a hammer. It's kind of like a small concealed carry version of the P250, if you will, similar type of concept. 9mm, I don't know if they made these in a 380. This is actually not something I know a whole lot about, but I do know that they're not around anymore. So without saying much more about that, what do you think about the condition, Randy?
I would say the condition is excellent, Chris.
He says very good, so we'll go with that. That's good. Okay. And the next one is C3, right? Yeah, SIG C3 1911. They're 1911s they've been doing for a while. This is a 45 ACP, has the alloy frame and stainless steel slide, and somewhat, I believe that this is a commander length. Oh no, that's the wrong box. I don't know what the box says. Barrel length should be about 4 1/4. With the SIG, hard rosewood grips on it, skeletonized hammer, extended beaver tail safety, serrations on the front and rear strap with the standard 1911 contour grip. Nice, well balanced, very ergonomic grip. Kind of like an officer's model grip with the commander's size slide. So, barrel length on it is, doesn't say.
Doesn't see.
Does not say. This one was made in 2014. What do you think about the condition of this one?
I don't see a mark on it, Chris. I have to say excellent.
Excellent as well as what the customer said, so I agree. Awesome, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Texas. This one's from Texas.
All right, let's see what's in it, Chris.
Let's do it.
Hey, Chris.
Oh no. We each get one.
There's something else in there. Oh, probably the barrel.
Nice.
So what we have here is a Winchester 1300 12 gauge pump shotgun. It's one that Winchester put forth. I'm not sure which one came out first, but it was their answer to the Remington 870. Very popular shotgun in the United States. Entry-level pricing, very reliable.
And what do you think about the condition of that one?
I would say very good, Chris.
Yeah, and I think the customer actually swapped the paperwork with a different gun, so I don't know what the customer says. But yeah, I would say overall condition, yeah, very good. Yeah, so anyway, let's move on to the next one. Alright, next up is from the same seller in Texas. This is a Husqvarna 1942. Wow, beautiful finish on the metal there. I need to use this in a weekly used gun review. Husqvarna M1938 short rifle, 6.5 by 55 Swedish Mauser type firearm. This one dated 1942, cock on close. Very nice, very good condition. In my opinion, as far as surplus goes, I especially love the bluing up here on the receiver. Let's see, import marked, probably, yes it is. M38, 6.5 by 55 Sweden. Very nice looking firearm. What do you think about the condition of that one, surplus wise?
I would say surplus very good, Chris.
Yeah, I would say surplus very good. Customer says good, but really the finish on it's beautiful. So I really like that. I'll need to do this actually in a weekly used gun review, do a little bit more information on this. But anyway, very nice rifle. Let's go ahead and move on to the last one. Okay, last up is yet another one from the same customer in Texas. So that's the Winchester 1300 label.
This is the famous Ithaca Deer Slayer. It was one of the early shotguns that was designed specifically for deer hunting. It has the adjustable rear sight. I'm not sure that the fiber optic is OEM, but it was a shotgun that was put out by Ithaca as a hunting gun.
Let's see. Yeah, we're good.
Yep.
Very nice short length barrel. Typically you see them with longer barrels on them. Obviously as they would be used for deer hunting. But very, very lightweight. Deer Slayer, feather light, that's why. So, very cool.
Probably a slam fire.
Probably is. It is. It's a slam fire gun. But very, very nice shotgun. What do you think about the condition of this one?
We got a crack here in the stock. There's some oxidation, loss of finish, more corrosion on the barrel. I would say good. Probably the low end of good.
Yeah, customer did say good. That was the one that we got in the last box. So to me, I would say very high end of fair to low end of good. There's a lot of handling marks and you do have a couple cracks in the stock. So given that you have cracks in the wood, if there's any type of cracks or heavy pitting in the metal, I usually default to a fair rating. But I'm sure still serviceable, still usable. It is still an Ithaca Deer Slayer, which people really do like the Ithaca shotguns with the slam fire capability. Those cracks will, though, over time get worse if not addressed, being that they're kind of in the wrist area. So something that you either want to change out the stock on or get professionally repaired. So anyway, that is the last one for this week's video. Alright guys, thank you so much for stopping by and checking out this video. If you enjoyed, please let us know by hitting that like button. Please also consider subscribing to the channel. Hit that bell notification button so you are aware when we are posting new content. Anyway, with that, we will leave you off. I am Chris.
And I am Randy.
And we will see you next time.